Arizona podcast. This is what I have for you today. David was here in the flesh. Part one, we did. We were with Garrick, and so listen to that. That was a fun interview. Part two, playoffs, championship Sunday. We give our picks. We go through it. Obviously, share some stories. A lot of fun. So. Obviously, you know where I stand. You know where David stands in terms of the Niners stuff. And we have a surprise for you. Sunday, in the flesh, we're going to do it again. So, a lot of pods coming. A lot of good stuff. But this one, Championship Sunday preview. Here we go. Here's David. Let's go. Arizona podcast. Working overtime. David,
what's good?
You're not on the screen.
I'm here in the flesh.
I can see you. I can feel your presence. I hugged you earlier. You're here.
We ate together. We shared a meal.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We're working overtime today. This is what we do for the people. We recorded one earlier. We got up early. And in full disclosure, I slept in today. I didn't go. I went to the gym after. But I felt good.
Okay.
I felt like I would have been really tired had I recorded the pod at 8:30.
Gym tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Early?
That's the plan, Lord willing.
Can I join?
Yeah, you want to come?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now we can spot each other. Now you can live like with someone spotting you.
Oh no! Now I'm gonna be intimidated.
Why, dude? Dude. No,
because I'm weak. I just started.
Hey. What's the saying? The journey of 10,000 steps starts with the first one. You know what I mean? So that's, and you're already on it. You're just gonna have a little help.
Oh God!
What time do you go? 5?
Yeah, 5:20ish.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I'll ask in the morning if you're up for it. If you're not, if not, that's cool.
Okay, I'm down.
So there's been a lot of banter back and forth. The Niners won until a lot of people, they kind of sneaked by. So we're not going to recap all the games of the weekend because they were what they were. Walk me through just what you thought was going to happen as the game was unfolding, as you were following along. I know you were at a gig. But were you aware that the Niners were in danger of not winning that game?
So, okay, let me tell you. I was at a gig, but did it rain here in L.A. on Saturday over the weekend? Or was it just kind of cloudy? Okay, so it rained up where I was at.
I don't think so. Did it rain on Saturday? It rained a little bit. Elijah's here, by the way.
Yeah, Elijah's here.
Shout out to him. He's playing, Fortnite? Rocket League?
Yeah.
He's playing something.
He's like our spiritual Jamie. Like, just how Rogan's got a Jamie. He's just here, to help out. Maybe Google some things. I don't know. We'll see. But okay, so it rained quite a bit over the weekend where I'm at. And so I play at a hotel on Saturdays, and we usually play outside, like in a courtyard. Mm-hmm. But with the rain, we played inside.
Okay.
Right by the bar. And the bar has televisions.
Of course.
So the game was on.
Because you're in borderline San Francisco country,
it's
right?
Like
the
smack
49er country, right?
It's smack in the middle, but
there's a lot of 49er
there are
fans.
A lot of Niners. Yeah. There were a lot of cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, I basically watched the game.
Of course.
I was watching the game during songs. We'd be jamming on some tunes, some slow jams. And some Mario. We were playing some.
Let Me Love You.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah, okay. Classic.
Yeah.
Some Drake.
All right.
Some Nora Jones.
Okay.
And so some D'Angelo.
Nora Jones has a great voice, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
So we were playing the tunes, the bops, the lovey dovey, all that. And so I know these songs like front to back. So we're jamming, heads moving, in a somewhat sexual, provocative way.
Right.
And the TV is in my line of sight. So I'm playing the songs, but I'm watching the game.
Of course, yeah.
So I was feeling pretty good at the beginning. I was like, because you kind of whispered it the last time we talked about this, but you were like, I wouldn't be surprised if they blow out the Packers.
I did say that.
Okay.
I did say that.
Okay. So, and I'm not gonna lie, you kind of like. I mean, obviously, even with this game going into with the Lions too, like it's like there all kinds of comments are being made, right? And so I was like, dude, I hope they can at least just like keep it close. Just just stress Germ out. That's it.
The whole time I'm watching it, and I'm like, if we lose, David's gonna just constantly be like, remember you said they were gonna blow them out. The whole time.
So we're watching the game, and the Packers are doing well. So I'm over there. I'm playing even harder. I'm like putting a little more sass and everything on the notes and everything. And then we take a break. So then I got to actually get up and just watch just the game. And so I was like, dang, dude. Like
this is at what point in the game? Do you remember?
Gosh, this is we got there. I think when it was like the Packers were up for a majority of like the first half, I believe, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we watched through the first half, and then like in the third quarter, like that's when the Niners kind of started, they were creeping back a little bit. And then that's when I was like, but I was like, man, the Packers are going to do it. They're going to upset these guys. Like, because you even said it during the week, you're like, oh, I love that all these Packers guys are talking trash. And I was like, I'm glad they're talking trash too, because now they're actually playing well. So that
God.
So I was like, this is great. I can't wait for the next pod. I'm like, and man, and then my buddy, my singer, earlier in the week, he had sent me because that like the conspiracy theory, like the NFL scripts with the Niners,
so it's like Niners, Ravens, supposedly,
right, because of the colors,
and then also the report from Canada,
right? So he had he sent me like a TikTok of like a news station that had, and so
which in full disclosure, if that's the script, sign me up.
Sure, right. But here's my thing to that crowd,
right?
Because I'm like, okay, if this was, sorry, burp with Al Pastor, but if this had been like last offseason and someone had said this and they were like, yo, Ravens, Niners, I would have been like, that's pretty weird. That's pretty, but at that point we're like, dude, we're past the wild card round and the Ravens and the Niners they're the number one seeds. They're the favorites.
Yeah, if they make
they have the highest probability of making the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I'm like, of course, news stations are gonna have those graphics. You don't think they have those like in their archives ready to go after like the wild card it's set? So my buddy was like, oh, he's like, it's bothering me that I already know who's gonna win. And I was like, for the Niners, and I was like, dude, shut up. I was like, don't like. I was like, stop. No. We're not gonna do the Lions like that yet,
right.
Or the Packers at that very moment.
So or the Bucks, because the Bucks were still technically hadn't been eliminated yet.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, just let's pump the brakes, as Jerm likes to say. Let's pump the brakes,
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, shut up. Like, dude, they could pull this off, and then if they do win, like, do the Lions very much, like, dude, their little Cinderella-esque story,
Yeah.
And then those bastards came back, and Jordan Love, like, just
2 picks.
Dude, you wet the bed. I was like, what? Dude.
There was... And
the kickers, too.
Oh, yeah.
I've been hurt by kickers.
Yeah.
Like, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Senior year against our rivals.
Yeah.
Overtime, we get the ball. And our kicker misses the field goal. And yeah, so I'll leave it at that.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Does anybody say anything to that guy? Like the team? Like, is it just...
I mean, I didn't.
Does anybody?
I don't think so. Because it's like that guy feels bad enough already.
So everyone kind of just leaves it.
It's just like... I mean, we say things amongst ourselves now.
Of course,
looking
of
back
course.
and things like that.
But never to him?
No, because it's like, okay, I mean, think about it. You have one job. And if you're good, and if you're a good kicker, it's like, oh, dude, you got it easy then. But then when it comes down to it and you got to perform, it's like, dude, you have this one job, and if you don't do it, it's like... So in my experience, no one says anything to him because it's like, he feels bad enough already. Like if the game is within grasp,
and we lose because
and that happens, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because obviously the Buffalo guy misses.
Yeah.
And then the Packer guy misses.
Didn't the Packers guy miss 2? Right?
Yeah. Well, one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just like, I wonder, because you would think like everyone's like, dude, you idiot! Like, what are you doing? So in the locker room, everyone just kind of whatever, not whatever.
You're just quiet. Probably, I don't know. Someone's probably crying somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just, dude. It sucks.
Dang.
Yeah. And then also, like, I don't know, depending on the circumstance, like, sometimes the coach, well, I mean, any coach, right? Sometimes, like, even what they have to say is like, dude, I don't want to hear that. Shut up, dude. Like, bro. Like, don't remind me.
It was a great.
Let me take you back, too.
It was a great season.
Okay, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, not to be too, like, Al Bundy-ish, but I'm going to get into it because, I got some friends that might be listening and they were there,
right.
Some of the listeners. But yeah, last game of the regular season, we're playing our rivals. I'm not gonna name them; they're not worthy of it.
You're not gonna name your rival?
Nah, screw those guys.
All right.
Yeah. So that season,
can you at least name your school so that people know?
No, because then they're gonna know.
Okay.
If they know me, Jordan, I'm still hurt.
Okay. Okay.
My dad still brings this up. My dad still says, "Hey, what about that one team?" I'm like, "Stop." Yeah,
what about
Don Pedro, he's a savage like that. So that season,
yeah,
we were in a position to force a 3-way tie in league, right? So there was us, our rivals, and then another top school in our league. If we'd beaten our rivals, there would have been 3 teams that were 4-1 in our league, 3-way tie for first place. And our rivals, they had like some hype because they do have a pretty good program. I'll give them that. They have a good program. That season, they went above and beyond, and they chose to play schools in the preseason that were like top private school type thing. So they played They played Westlake. If you follow high school football, Westlake is like it's a big program, right? Mm-hmm. They beat Westlake that season in the preseason, so they were like, "Oh, the school's got all this hype, blah blah, this and that." And our school, I mean, we were good, but we weren't playing those teams. We were playing
like Bell High School,
right? We played like Warren, because Warren's a good team, but like Warren, like they're not like a fancy private school. We played Warren, Sure High School, Montebello, schools that are like within the realm, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, and throughout the season, we would always hear, "Hey, man, you better get ready for that rivalry game because those guys, like they've played with the big dogs.
They're tested.
They've been to the other side of the wall, and they know, So we're going into the game like, dude, screw those guys. Like, we're fired up. We're gonna give them, a good run. And it was a close game, dude. Close game. We were down 9-0, and in the second half, we made some plays happen, and then so they missed an extra. So they made a field goal, got a touchdown, and missed an extra point. So that's 9-0. We come back and we make it 10-9. Dang. So we're like, we got these suckers right where we want them.
Yeah.
Right. We pickled the beast. Like we're going to war with them.
Right.
And then we clock is ticking, and I remember, I don't remember how much time we had left, but looking back now, not remembering all the details, I was like, dude, couldn't we have just taken a knee and like just? But I want to say we had maybe like a minute and like almost 2 minutes. Let's say 2 minutes or maybe 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
One of our running backs breaks some tackles, makes a touchdown. Right, so the game is now 17-9, right? So in my mind,
scored.
So we scored.
That's a mistake.
As a mistake, right?
Oh my god!
Right, so this is where
your coach is an idiot. Then
okay, so
no offense.
No, but so get this. So we score, and we're like, in my mind, I was like, okay, we scored, but then I was like,
because that team was probably told let them score.
Right, so we're like,
yeah.
So after the fact, we're like, crap, they probably, So it's 17-9. They get the ball back. They score.
Of course.
right?
2-point conversion.
2-point conversion. They tied up 17-17. We go in overtime. We get the ball first. And high school overtime is it's like college, like
you're sudden death.
Yeah, and you're like on the 20 or 25, and you just you get downs to go. So yeah, dude, our DBs, bro, like the fact that they got the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, like not to crap on the DBs, but like, dude, bro, the DBs, it's always a struggle to find like good high school DBs that just play assignment football. So, and I think we had, I don't want to say our kicker was the best in the league, but our kicker was only a sophomore, but he was really good. Like all kinds of honors.
Yeah.
Like he could have gone and played college. I think he did go and play some college ball, but so we couldn't score, but we're like, okay, let's get the field goal. Then they'll get the ball and we'll play defense. And if they don't score and get the field goal, then double overtime. That's how it works, right? So we're thinking it's a lock. We're like, all right, we're gonna get 3. Kicker misses the field goal. Damn. They get the ball on another 25, and they didn't get any time. Then they made their field goal,
and that was it.
Game over, 20-17. So, I mean, sure, in retrospect, we're mad at the kicker, but we're not going to say anything. But then after the fact, with the coach, we're like,
kick like left, right?
I don't remember.
Sure, okay.
I have the film somewhere. Yeah. But yeah, our coach was like, he kind of gave us like the, like, you like don't feel too bad. Like you played well against them, and we weren't. They didn't think we were.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, shut up. I was like, don't. We were in position to win the game, and you could bro. So yeah.
God.
And our rival's kicker was our center's cousin. So my center that I play with, he shares your name. He's your tocayo, German Ponce.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to German Ponce. His cousin was the kicker for our rivals. So his cousin sealed our defeat.
So my guy German, every time he would see his cousin,
he had to live that down.
His cousin would have look at him.
They would make
like,
little comments, leading up before the game, leading up to the game. Also, we had to share a field with that high school. The field was at our high school, but that high school didn't have their own field for game day.
So this is like USC UCLA, like
right.
crosstown rivals.
Okay, and so just to tell you how heated it
Clippers
was,
Lakers.
We so we were technically the away team. We were on the away side, but since it was on our campus, and we're thinking, screw these guys, we wore our home jerseys. We wore our blues, so their colors are like red or burgundy. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
So no one was wearing white on the field. So we're like, we
God.
try to stick to them like, yo, like we're not wearing our away jerseys. Like this is our home.
Yeah.
And so we would say like German would say to his cousins like when they in conversation, he would say our game coming up, and then his cousin would be like, no, our game because it's our home. So like they were heated, Ross. So I hold some kind of place in my heart for kickers when they miss because that sucks. That is like not to get too deep into it, but when the kickers missed the kicks over this last weekend, I was like, I've been there. Maybe not in that,
Yeah. But you know
but
what
like,
that's.
Dude, that's
exactly.
bro. So
so I'm watching the game, and
how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really, really nervous from the get-go because I don't know. As soon as the game started, I just had this like knot in my stomach, and I'm like, oh no. And it just like the Niners haven't played in 2 weeks.
Oh, the rust.
Here we go. Yeah. And the defense wasn't doing anything really. We couldn't get to Jordan Love. It's like all these stupid turnovers, and like Brock looked really bad. And it was just one of those games that you're just like. And then when Debo went out really early.
Yeah.
And I just this feeling of like. We just had this season.
Dread.
Like, is this really how it's going to end?
Did you kind of have, like, flashbacks of last season, where like when Purdy got hurt, where you're like, crap, dude, like.
No,
Obviously not the same because it's like Debo's not the quarterback. When the quarterback gets hurt, it's like, dang.
no, because it's different.
Yeah.
Because when Purdy went out last year, it was like.
Also, the Eagles at that point were a much better or feared team than the Packers were. Like,
Yeah, we were on
you
the
know
road.
what I mean? Right. Yeah.
It was just when Purdy went out, I just remember feeling like somebody took all the air out of the room. Because I just remember feeling in that moment, it's over. Like, it's over.
Like, we're not even gonna get a chance to compete.
It was. So it was so different because it's like, well, Kittle's still here, CMC's still here, Ayuk is still here. Like, if we lose because Debo's not here, nah, don't give me that. I don't want to hear that. So it was different when I've never felt what I felt when Purdy went out last year ever. It was my first time ever feeling that.
Dang.
The sense of just like
you were simping. You were like,
it was like it's over. No, it was just like this moment of like, oh, that's it. Like the best that I can describe it is probably when Brady tore his ACL first game of the season.
Okay.
And it's like he tore his ACL, and as soon as you saw it, you're like, oh,
like there goes the season.
There goes the season.
Yeah.
First game. And it's like first quarter, that's it. Oh, I guess we're not going to Super Bowl. I guess it's over. So it just was like frustrating because we couldn't move the ball. And then like Shanahan was like calling all these like passing plays. And it was like, why aren't we running it? Why aren't we running it? Why aren't we running it? And you know how much I love Shanahan. And it was like, why aren't we running it? Why isn't our defense getting there? Like, are you like, are we? So I was like getting flashbacks to like the 07 Giants. Like, are the Packers really going to make the freaking national championship game? Like, are they going to make the NFC championship game? Are you serious? We're going to lose to these guys? We never lose to the Packers. So it was just one of those like, and then went at halftime, and I think it was fairly close at halftime. And third quarter starts, and it's much of the same. We get the ball, 3 and out, and you're just like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, we're going to go through this again. And the defense short up. And honestly, Purdy wasn't good until the very end. But when McCaffrey ran for that touchdown, and he got the ball and he ran it in, I was like, okay.
You're like, wait.
After that, to be honest with you, I was like, we're gonna be okay.
You were you were like the like damn, he had me scared, but I held my own. Like,
dude, that pinky like video that was circulating over Twitter, I was like, bro, that was me, man. That was so me. Yeah, because like at halftime, the one I
liked was the dude that was like, he's in his car sweating a ton, and it was like never in doubt. And it was, I was like, that. I bet that was Jerry, dude.
We were up 7-6 at halftime. So part of me was like, dude, this is the worst we've played.
This is too close. Like this is too close.
No, but it was like the other side. This is the worst we've played.
Yeah.
And we're up 1. This is the worst we've played, and we're up 1. We're fine. And the third quarter started, and then the Packers went up in the third quarter. So they got to like 21, and we were at 14. So it's 21-14, and then all the graphics, Shanahan's 0-30 or whatever it was. And you're just
I saw you tweet about that. Like they can take that dumb graphic off.
Well, they could.
Yeah.
And then Moody goes, and Moody makes the field goal, and people are like, okay, and it just was spectacular, man. It was. I know the Niners didn't play well, and I know that. I get it. And I don't just say this because I'm a Niner fan, but the Niners needed a win like that. Because we hadn't had a win like that. All our wins were really pretty this year. We were winning by a lot. We were out,
Crushing teams.
Yeah, we didn't have a tough game that we won. All our tough games, we lost. And it just reminded me, that game reminded me of the ugly games that all the champions have won. Where it doesn't look good and man, are they going to get through it?
The Pats have a lot of wins like that.
Yeah, and they get through it. And people are like, man, this play goes that way. Or
right.
like when they beat Baltimore because the kicker missed it. Remember that?
Yeah.
So it was a win that I think the Niners needed. Shanahan needed, but the fans needed, because the reason why I was so nervous in that game as the game went along was, I'll be honest with you, I hadn't seen this team win a game like that, and part of me was like, man, I know we have the team to beat them. Do we have the mental fortitude?
You want to see
beat
the
them?
resilience?
Yeah, because
yeah,
there was no sacks. And it was just, Purdy was really bad. And then he goes there, and it's like, dude, you got to get this, man. You got to get this drive. And he did it. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
And you're not one of these people, but I'm legitimately, confused. Why do people...
Why are they hating on Purdy?
Yeah, why is this so crazy, though? Why is this so... I understand he played bad. I get it.
Yeah.
But if it was any other quarterback, well, correct me if I'm wrong. If it was any other quarterback who had the game Purdy had, but at the end he had the drive, drove them down, touchdown, they win, it would be like, when they counted most. And with Purdy is this guy sucks. Why is that?
Okay. Even though people still hate on this guy and get, they try to use these arguments, this player that I'm going to name had to endure these kinds of things until he could prove otherwise. I'm talking about Tom Brady. Those first 3 Super Bowls, because of where he was drafted,
right?
And
that's
how
true.
unheralded they were.
That's true, yeah.
Because, dude, I remember there was a time when they were like,
he only wins by 3,
or it was we can't win without that good defense.
Yeah.
And then it was you couldn't do it, Randy Moss. All you couldn't do without Gronk.
And then Belichick ultimately.
Right, and so with each moving of the goalposts for Brady, he has gotten it done. I mean, look at it this way. Just to give you, he won 7 Super Bowls without Randy Moss.
Right.
Just to give you, some insight. Yeah. He has won them without Gronk.
He won one without Belichick.
Yeah. So with Brock, and again, this could be like an amplification of how I feel at this moment, but it's because he's getting praise from the fans because they're happy for him. The haters want ultimately they want to see him do it with more of what you're saying, the resilience. They want to see him.
No, but even after this game, it was like Ryan Clark. He had a stupid thing on ESPN where it's the toughest thing I had to do this year is pretend that he was on the. And you're like, are you serious, bro? The toughest thing you had to do this year?
Yeah.
Get a life. What are you talking about?
That's just sensationalism. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but I'm so baffled by how harsh it is for Purdy. Because it's dude, it's the second year. He's younger than Jordan Love. He played ultimately better than Jordan Love. Like, yeah, like they want to spend all this time talking about he almost had 2 interceptions. Well, he didn't. You know who did? Jordan Love had 2 interceptions. Why are we talking about that? And it's just so weird to me. And maybe I'm just a Niner fan, and I'm supposed to react like that. But I just think what is so bad about like this kid who like has made it to the NFC Championship games his first 2 years in the league? He won without Debo. Everybody was like, "Oh, he can't win without Debo." Well, Debo was out like before halftime. He won without Debo.
Listen,
if
he's a starter,
it's weird.
If he's a starter for the next couple years, I mean, you're gonna hear this like for years to come. You're gonna hear this, and anytime, again, like with Brady, dude, he won 5, and then he was still
what happens?
7. You know what I mean?
So what happens if on Sunday he comes out and has like 3 touchdowns, throws for 300 plus yards, and is like amazing?
Okay, he can win the Super Bowl and they won't be impressed.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Isn't that crazy? Though?
I mean, okay, but you do this with other guys too, Germ. You do this
like
too.
Who?
Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl,
but not to this level. Not to this level.
Not to this level, but still.
Not
like,
to this
I know,
level, though.
But still. Like,
no.
I know.
I gave Matthew Stafford his flowers after the Super Bowl.
I know.
But I was like, dude, that guy did it.
The common guy, like the common NFL like person that watches, like it's also look at it this way. He shouldn't be here. Like in the public's mind, it's like, dude, this guy is a nobody. So he's rubbing him the wrong way. Same thing with Brady, dude. Pick 199, and what's Purdue 256, right? I think. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, you don't even belong here. What are you doing here? So it's just rubbing people the wrong way that he's doing as well as he is, without anything to to show for like how far he's come. You know what I mean? So yeah, dude, he could win. He could win a couple, and like the argument will always be: is Debo going to play on Sunday? Is he
we don't know yet,
right? So yeah, so let's say they win this year, right? And the next season, let's say
he comes back down to earth a little bit.
Right, they're gonna say, but if he does well, then it's gonna be like, all right, well, you got it this time, you got it without, and then the year after that, let's say the defense is good and he wins it again. All right, well, he won without a defense now, but can he do it? Let's say Shanahan gets fired for whatever reason. Oh, but can he do it without Shanahan? I'm telling you, you're gonna hear all the excuses. You're gonna hear
just
everything.
So crazy.
Yeah,
it's wild.
NFL fans, they're vicious.
So wild.
They're vicious.
That I'm just like, am I taking crazy pills? Like the whole point.
I don't think our NBA fans like. I feel like they're not like. I mean, sometimes, but like to this degree. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
NBA fans are like that, but with the dudes that actually don't win.
Yeah.
Like
Dame or something, kind of.
No, Dame is actually like Harden.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
Dame, for whatever reason, gets a pass.
Right.
But, yeah, like Harden, but you're never going to hear anybody. Actually, no, but even Durant gets, people just hate that he went to the Warriors. But in the NBA, there isn't this. You know who did get it for a long time was Kobe.
Yeah. Couldn't do it without Shaq.
Yeah, which was the only guy that they would use that argument for. Right. Because nobody else was getting that argument, which was crazy. But
yeah, I think
I just don't get it.
With the NFL, I think in this day and age, and we talked about this with the Eagles in their situation, the Super Bowl win is starting to I'm going to go ahead and say it, not mean as much as it used to. It still doesn't guarantee
the Super Bowl win?
Super Bowl win. Because we talked about Doug Peterson getting fired from the Eagles, and it's well, damn, dude, if that guy lost his job, then it's
yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're think about it, if you're a head coach and you win a Super Bowl, you're thinking
but I think there's also fluky wins too.
Yeah.
That Doug Peterson, it was as fluky of a Super Bowl as there was. It's one of those, if they play that game 10 times, And I tell you, Nick Foles is going to go to the Super Bowl. He's going to lead the Eagles, and he's going to go against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And Tom Brady's going to throw for over 500 yards in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And he's going to lose. You're going to be like, what? What? What are you talking about? That's what happened. Tom Brady threw for over 500 yards, and he lost the Super Bowl to Nick Foles. And it's like, that's never happening again. Ever.
But see, you just said it. You're like, oh, they won, but it's fluky. You see what I mean? So they're gonna people are gonna.
No, I know,
have
but
tons of excuses.
No. But you do see a difference between Nick Foles and Purdy.
Yeah.
Like Nick Foles, after that, has never done anything in the NFL.
Right.
Like Purdy, this is second year, and like it looks different to me. I just was so taken back by the some of the stuff. Like people are like, oh, there was 8 quarterbacks this weekend. Purdy was the worst. And I'm like, was he? Did you see C.J. Stroud? C.J. Stroud sucked on Saturday. Like, are you sure? Like, did you see Baker Mayfield? Yeah. He threw awful interceptions. Did you see Jordan Love? Like, it was, to me, it was just like, man, like, I get it. He's not Mahomes or Lamar or Josh Allen. But nobody say that. Like, I haven't met a Niner fan who's like, he's right there with Mahomes. Like, I don't know anybody who's a Niner fan who has said that. So when it's like, oh, he's not the Josh Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, it's like, well, nobody said he was. Like, you're putting him there. Like, we're just saying he's good enough. Mm-hmm. He's really good to lead this team. No one's saying he's Mahomes. Like, chill. But some of the stuff I was seeing, I was like, man, like, he had the best drive when it mattered, which is what we're supposed to care about. His team won the game. And it's like, nah, let's crap on this dude. It was just weird. It was just it was so weird to me to see.
Hating gets more clicks than the praise, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, just so weird. So now we're heading to championship weekend, and now you got the Lions, right? This is your hope, one pride.
One pride.
How do you feel about that matchup, Lions-Niners? I must remind you, the Lions have a really, really bad secondary, like the worst. They have really good offense, though. They have a good running game. You're right.
They do.
You're right.
Yeah. I'm chilling.
It's not going to be raining.
I'm chilling because, I mean, you said it. You were like, dude, hey, the Niners got all the answers for the Packers. And it was close.
I think if they play that game 10 times, this was the one.
Let's not do that. Let's not.
Just saying.
You better knock on some wood right now, dude. I bet you're gonna be careful right now about not saying anything kind of like.
I just think, look, I think the Niners got their bad game out of the way because we gotta call it what it is. The Niners played awful. If this was the time you were gonna beat the Niners, it was this time. It was Saturday. Oh, look. If you're not gonna beat them Saturday, if you can't beat them Saturday, I'm sorry. Like that's the worst the Niners looked, and they won. And it was my defense also when we played Baltimore, and I was like, dude,
I was about to say with the losses, he always pulls that card.
No, but
he always pulls you always pull a positive out of the
the
losses,
only two,
which is fine. Like that's a good attitude to have. But
the only one that I had no defense for was the Cincinnati one. Burrow just beat our ass up and down that field. There was just nothing we could do that day.
Maybe,
but
like
we had the bad game.
There's your boy. Turn around. There's your boy.
That's a beautiful hat. It's a beautiful
it is a nice hat with the little string on top. Those are cool.
That's a beautiful hat.
Yeah. I wish the emblem was bigger though, just a little bit bigger.
Yeah. But we had a bad game, the worst game you can have.
Hey, maybe they could have another. It's okay.
I just think it woke the team up. I think the Niners played bad, and I don't know if it was rust. I don't know what it was, but they played bad, and now I think it was a perfect wake up call for that team.
The Packers pickled the beast, and now the beast is on full rampage.
Not so much, but I think it was one of those like, yeah. I mean, I guess pickled the beast, but like, Belichick says this a lot. And Belichick would say how like the best games are the games where you win, but you play bad. Because you're able to go in there the next week and really say like, we got to fix this.
Right.
And that's we're a good team.
I
don't know what you want to say.
You're just looking at the all pro members of each team for the Niners.
And I think that's what that was, because you play so bad, and you're able to go in there, guys. We can't do this again. We can't. I think the Lions. What scares me about the Lions is their running game. The running game is really good, really scary. But we're gonna be able to throw on them. And Baker had 350 yards. Stafford was lighting them up. And that was like at their home. Like, I think it's just, if this game was in Detroit, it might be a little different. I'm not saying it's a blowout. I just think the Niners are going to win.
Thankfully, that's what everyone's saying. So I'm hoping that energy manifests.
No, everyone. I've seen like 50-50 where people are like, oh, the Niners are done. Detroit's going to go in there. They're riding high.
I saw like an old coworker. They were like, congrats, Lions. Like, you've earned the opportunity to get blown out in San Francisco. Like, same thing with Skip Bayless. Even though he's a clown, but still. So,
what happened? But what if that does happen?
And Dan, I trust.
Okay, but what if like the Niners have a really good game, and it's like they had the bad game? Because you got to remember, every single time the Niners have had a bad game where they don't look good, they've came back and they've just thrashed
first
teams.
Time for everything.
And the Lions and the Niners have beat good teams. Not like 21-7, 20. They've like destroyed and dismantled really good teams. So it isn't like crazy to think the Niners can blow that. I'm not saying they are. But what if that happens? No. But what if that happens? What if McCaffrey's like clicking all cylinders? Ayuk catches a bomb. Purdy feels good, and it's like there's no rain. The defense is flying around, and all of a sudden Jared Goff gets that look on his face. I'm just saying, it isn't out of the realm of possibility that we see an awesome Niners performance. And I think the Niners, at their best, that's the best team in football. If you're telling me we're going to get the best Niners, I take that team over anybody. Without Debo.
As you should.
You disagree?
No.
If I tell you the Niners are going to play their very best,
okay,
who beats them?
You're supposed to say
hypothetical.
This. Yeah,
no. I'm asking you. You're not supposed to say this. Yeah. Hypothetical. Niners are playing their best football. Who would you say beats them?
I would like the Ravens.
Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe even like the Chiefs if they're firing all cylinders.
Like super awesome Mahomes.
Yeah. That'd be, of course, be a good game.
Yeah. Okay.
Now for the Lions, I think the Lions need to play like their best ball, and the Niners got to be at like.
The Niners got to play bad for the
50 to 60% functionality.
That's what I mean. Yeah. The Lions need the Niners to be bad again. And the Niners don't need the Lions.
I'm praying.
The Niners don't need. My point is this: the Lions need the Niners to be bad. The Niners don't need the Lions to be anything. Because even if the Lions are good and they're awesome, if the Niners are clicking, the Niners can beat the Lions. And my confidence is that this team
that they'll be firing on all cylinders after last week's game.
Well, at least on better cylinders than what they were on
Yeah.
Saturday. Yeah. It's really hard for me to fathom this team going back-to-back games playing like that. It was the wake-up call, and everyone's saying it, like, dude, like, it's not happening again. And you get to play for the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I just think I think we're in for a good game, but I think again, the Niners have to be bad.
Okay, because we talked about this like last time, but like you're saying like it's possible that it'll be a boring game. Like if it's a blowout, it'll be a boring game. But you think it'll be a good? Do you think it'll be a good game? Like,
yeah, because Detroit makes a lot of explosive plays on offense.
yeah.
So I think
And they are fired up. Like they.
Yeah, for sure. So I think it's because of that. I think it's hard to imagine this being like a 34-3.
Yeah.
Because both offenses are really good. The only thing is, I do think the Niners defense has a gear to go to that the Lions don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference. That's the difference in this game. I think both offenses can play to a draw. And the difference is, I trust the Niners defense to make the plays more so than I trust Detroit's. And I think that's where I give the nod to the Niners, because their defensive group can. I know they can make a play. I know they can. And I think Detroit needs you to throw it to them. So it's going to be an interesting game of cat and mouse, mastermind versus like caveman.
Cat and possum, right? Like,
I just look. I don't. I know you guys think I play possum, but what am I supposed to do? Act like the Niners have won all these Super Bowls?
Okay, yeah, you're allowed to be an obnoxious fan. That's totally fine.
We haven't won in like over.
Dude, the Steelers have been terrible, and
But they've won more recently.
I know, but they always bring it up.
But they've won more recently. I know nothing but like pain and heartbreaking losses. You do know that. You do understand that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm like a Dodger fan. You have this really good team, and you win the division every year, and they make the playoffs, and they do these things. But besides the COVID title, Dodger fans don't really have much to say. So it's like telling a Dodger fan heading into this season who's like, oh man, I don't know. I hope we have enough pitching to win the World Series. It's like being like, man, come on, be confident. It's like, well, I've seen this team like fall apart again and again and again. So I get it. Like, we have a really good roster. We have all pros all throughout that roster, Pro Bowlers. I get it. But I've seen that roster full of Pro Bowlers and all pros not win the Super Bowl. So it isn't that I'm acting or pretending that this team isn't good. I just, I'm protective.
okay, more so, it's even like, okay, because I'm mentioning the group chat, but because you're like, hey, I was happy for so and so when they won their title, or I was happy for so and so, and bro, no, you weren't. You were. I feel like with you, like
I said I was supportive, not happy.
It's more so because even with your team, I think, like, not to speak for the group, but like I feel like collectively we think that you don't talk out of fear of the backlash for if they lose, and they'd much prefer it if you just talked your stuff, regardless of like the backlash.
No, I don't talk because we haven't won.
That's what I'm saying. But it's the same thing, like, because you're afraid they're not gonna win.
No, but
and because they haven't won, you're like, dang,
if the Niners,
you were to say a bunch of stuff, and then like even right now, if you were to go off saying, "Oh, this is that, all this stuff, blah blah," blah, and then they lose tomorrow or they lose in the Super Bowl or whenever they play, then you're gonna be like, "Dang, I was kind of like a jerk, and we're gonna clown on you, and that's what's keeping you from talking on
No,
smack. Which I understand. I was like that for a while early on with like being a Patriots fan.
if the Niners win the Super Bowl,
You're gonna be insufferable
heading into next season,
for us. I'm already like waiting for like. I see your little reposts on Twitter. I know what lies beneath the surface, Germ. You don't fool. I told you in the chat. I see right through it. Bro. Elijah knows he's nodding, y'all. He's nodding. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Elijah was like he plays possum. I know what he means. Because deep down, and as he should, they do have a good, like they have the best roster. Yeah.
If the Niners win the Super Bowl, I become a different fan.
Worse than now.
I become the fan.
That's what we want that guy sooner so we can get used to it. So
yeah, I become the fan you don't want me to
be.
be
That guy now.
I
so
can't.
We can get it over with. Yeah, you can.
No, because
it's easy. Just
you don't
mention 5 Super Bowls and then mention Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. That's all you got to do. That's it.
Then I become a Yankee fan. I hate Yankee fans. If I'm talking to you about titles we won in the 1990s,
that's the name of the game, bro.
I hate Yankee fans. I would never do that. The Red Sox have won 4 titles. And when the Red Sox are good, and you can ask him, when the Red Sox are good, dude, we're going to beat you. I feel confident. When we played the Dodgers,
I've never met that.
When we played the Dodgers 2018, I'm like, oh man, we're gonna run through this team. We're good. We're the best team in baseball.
Let me ask you this.
So I just haven't seen him win. I just need to see him win once.
Hold on. Okay, so we've discussed on the pod the era, like last time, like when the Niners sucked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Does this feeling of like I'm not gonna cheer until they win the big one? Did this happen? Did you reach this point after like the Harbaugh era because they were so close to that time too to winning, and then when they got it, they lost? Because I don't think we talked as much football back then.
It started in the Harbaugh era. So
were you like were you talking smack when they like that first time with Alex Smith when they were like always in the playoffs? Were you a little more vocal? And then after you got hurt,
I was the same. No, I was the same.
Okay, all right.
I remember when we played the Saints in the playoffs.
I remember that game.
Yeah, I remember my cousin Isaac. He likes the Saints, and I remember he was like, "Oh, who do you want to play in the playoffs?" I'm like, "I want to play you guys because I think we can beat you guys." And again, this is younger Drew Brees. This is like Jimmy Graham. This is like younger, really good.
Mark Ingram, I think.
Yeah, this is like really good Saints. And I was like, we're gonna beat you guys. We're tougher. We're better. And we beat them. It was a really close game, but we beat them. The Packers, the same thing. We played the Packers, and I was like, we're better than the Packers. We match up really well against the Packers. So I've always had, if I'm confident, I'll tell you. And I told you I was confident about the Packers. I wasn't taking into account that it was going to be raining really hard and all of that. But I felt this. I felt what I felt. And when McCaffrey started running, if McCaffrey runs for 35 carries on Saturday, I think we win by 2 touchdowns. Because they couldn't stop McCaffrey. They couldn't. But Shanahan's entire thing was to get Purdy going. He hadn't played in 2 weeks. Let's get this kid up and running. Which, whatever. We won the game, so it doesn't really matter. And against the Lions, I feel like we match up well against them. And against the team that scares me in the Super Bowl is not the Ravens, because we saw Lamar's speed. We saw it. We'll be ready for it.
It's the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
It's the Chiefs because of Pat.
Because the one thing that this team, the weakness of the 49er defense is a field general. So it's why, like, Joe Burrow goes into the 49ers, and even though that game was, on paper, was kind of close and the Niners could have came back, the Niner defense was like, he was like dicing us up and down that field. This defense this year. Dobbs did that. Minnesota, he did that to us in that game. Well, Kirk Cousins. No, it was Kirk Cousins still. His best game of the year. Dicing us up and down that field. So if you have a guy that can do that, then yeah, we're in trouble. I don't think Jared Goff can do that for 4 quarters. He can do it for half. He can do it for a quarter maybe. Because even against the Rams, like he did mistakes that you're like, the Rams going to capitalize on it. But even the Rams, if you rerun that game, the Rams score what? If they score 2 of the red zone, they're playing right. We're probably playing the Rams right now. So I am very confident in my team, very confident. But also I'm very like hesitant to like we're gonna win the Super Bowl because we haven't done it. Can I just see it? Let me see it. Let me see them do it once.
You gotta do. Who was the was it Jimmy Johnson? We're gonna win the Super Bowl. Was that him? Right on the radio. Was that him that said that? Jimmy Johnson for the Cowboys in the 90s.
That he was gonna win the Super Bowl.
He's like, we're gonna win the ball game. I guarantee it. It was,
yeah.
I want that energy from you, Germ. I like that's what
Jimmy Johnson hadn't been kicked in the balls as much as I have.
know, but that's when the players are like, all right, well. One of them said, I think Emmett was like, well, like, damn, coach, like you wrote the check. Now we got to cash it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Dude, that's what we want from you, man.
I need to see it.
You've been seeing it. You're predicting it right now. You know.
I need to see them win the Super Bowl. But just know, I told you, Niners win the Super Bowl. I'm playing
I'm muting you on Twitter.
I'm playing. The Kanye West Can't Tell Me Nothing. I'm going to buy the 49er thick chain. And I'm just going to that's going to be, that's, yeah. The big hat. That's what's happening. Just telling you right now. You're going to probably mute me. You're probably not going to come on the pod for a few weeks.
It's
fine.
I'll be like, Gary can take over for a bit.
Chiefs Ravens. How you feeling about that one?
Oh man,
that one's tough. That one's actually tougher.
It's okay. It's starting to become a reoccurring theme with Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Like every season, there's always like an issue or set issues.
He's hit the Brady level,
but come playoffs. Except for those 2 times that Brady beat him, like it's just the magic. Just
Isn't it crazy? His 2 playoff losses are to Brady. Is that wild?
Well, the third one is the isn't he 13-3? Who else beat him?
Oh, Burrow. Burrow beat him.
I say Burrow. So Burrow and Brady. Yeah,
Burrow beat him.
But that's crazy. But yeah, like I remember even like last season during regular season, it's like, oh, the Chiefs.
No, but in the
Chiefs
championship game,
maybe like, oh, can they get back? I don't know.
Yeah.
And then come playoff time, like, were they even the number 1 seed last season when they went into the playoffs?
Yes,
they were.
Yes, yeah.
But there was always this talk of like, oh, they're not the same Chiefs as before, and then they.
Well, everybody was picking the Bengals when they played. The Bengals played against them.
Man, so that's what worries me. I hope Lamar.
You're leaning Ravens?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I've told you.
I forget. I forget.
Brady,
I forget.
Dude,
I forget.
Dude, Brady's like Robert Baratheon, and like Mahomes is like that last Targaryen that was born. He's like, crap, I gotta kill this one because if I let him live, like, you know. So
you know what it is for me. The reason why I still don't think of it in those terms. Brady has 7.
Yeah, but
so to me, it's like, dude, like, get to 4, and then we can like,
For sure, I agree, but and
that's probably why, like, I love Brady. Brady's my guy forever, and I will. I defend him to the death. But I think the reason why I'm still, and I'm not a Mahomes guy by any means, but I think the reason why I'm still not in the standpoint of like root for against Mahomes at all costs, no matter what, is because I'm like, dude, like you have to, bro. That's cute.
Oh, I'm trying to kill him young.
I get you. It's like the whole like, would you kill Hitler if he was a baby?
Yeah. Without a doubt, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then also, okay, with Lamar, and I know how you feel about mobile QBs, you know, but I think I saw a clip of him on is it The Shop with like LeBron? Like, is that like so? And I think they asked him something like, "Oh, like would you consider yourself a failure if you never won the Super Bowl?" And he was like, "No." He's like, he said I can't remember what he said, but he said something along the lines of like, "Coming from where I've come from, I've already won at life. Like I've already." But
I hate that answer.
Hey, come on! But like his environment, you know what I mean? Like it's just coming from nothing. You know what I mean?
I get it. You're rich, dude. You were poor, now you're rich.
Yeah, but for someone like that, it's like
I just can't stand that answer.
Why?
Because you're a professional athlete.
But here's what I'm getting at.
I get it. Like, he did win at life. Yes, he hit the lottery. But it's like...
That was the main point.
Okay, go.
I'm sure it still bothers him that people make comments about, like, oh, you're not really a quarterback, or you should have been running back. And I'm sure it would bother him if he didn't win one. So, like, I feel like he's that answer that he gives is, like, the poster child we were supposed to say. But I know he's a competitor. Deep down, he's got to be like, dude, hell yeah, I'd love to have one. You know what I mean? And so I'm hoping that.
See, but
I hope he doesn't become the quarterback.
But Mahomes would never say that. Mahomes would never be like, oh, yeah, if I don't win one, I won at life already. Burrow would never say that. Josh Allen would never say that. CJ Stroud would never say that. You know who would say that?
CJ Stroud would say that. I feel like he'd say something like that.
I don't think so. CJ Stroud's a dog.
And Lamar isn't? What? Oh. Okay, because CJ's a very positive guy. Like
who?
CJ Stroud. I feel like he would definitely say something like that.
Yeah, but Lamar, not that Lamar isn't a dog, but he isn't a dog enough to be like, no, I would be a failure. Like, to me, that you're not, nobody's being like, oh, wow, humble guy. Because to me, it's like, well, duh, you're rich, dude. Like, okay.
Oh, back to the humble argument with you, Jeremy.
No, what? That's what.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I just, to me, it has to, if it means that much, then let it be known. But don't tell me you won at live, so therefore the Super Bowl is whatever. Because it's like, well, okay, fine, then whatever. But it has to mean everything. Has to.
Yeah, but I think it does. I think he's just giving another answer.
But I think that's lame. Because none of the other guys that I told you would give that answer. Brady would have never said that.
Okay, dude, Brady, when people tell him he's the GOAT, he says, oh, I'm not the GOAT. No, like,
yeah, but Jordan does the same thing. Jordan does the same thing. But, deep down, he's like, I'm the GOAT. Come on.
So I'm saying that with Lamar. Deep down, I'm saying the exact same thing, but you're giving him crap. You don't give Brady crap.
Yeah, but Brady would never
Lamar deep down does want to win a Super Bowl, and it would have bothered me if he didn't get a Super Bowl.
Then why doesn't he say that?
Why doesn't Brady say, I am the GOAT? You see what I'm saying?
Because there's no need for him to say it. Michael Jordan doesn't say
There's no need for Lamar saying that he wants a championship. Of course he wants a championship. He's out there playing.
Yeah, but if somebody were to ask, because they would ask Brady, which one's your favorite Super Bowl, what would he always say? The next one. No, he would always say the next one. The next one. He was not, well, my favorite one was the first one because that one felt really good. And, man, love those guys. No. The next one.
I'm sure he does have one that is his favorite.
Yeah, it's probably 28-3, I would think.
Yeah.
Probably, no, the Tampa Bay one because he did it without Belichick.
Yeah.
So that probably means a little little extra.
Anyway, long story short, I want Lamar to get a ring. I don't want him to be the guy that is like, oh, he's another mobile. I want a mobile quarterback to get a win like that at some point in time. And if it's going to be him, just to stick it to you. Jeremy, I'm always trying to stick it to you. That's it. I always got to hear about the mobile QBs and how they don't last. So while they do last, I want some of them to get some rings, you know?
What's going to happen to Lamar when he is 10% slower? Honest question. Because I see Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson used to torch the Niners with his legs. And I see him now, and I'm like, dude, this is going to be Lamar in like 5 years.
Then why are you asking us that question, Jeremy? What's going on here? You know
No, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
We know what happens. They slow down. They get hurt. They don't last. We know. But I'm saying while you know, while it's still hot, you know what I mean? Get in there and get a ring. Prove them wrong, you know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm leaning Chiefs. Just honestly for what I said last week. You got to give Mahomes his respect, and until he loses, it is what it is. It is what it is. I thought he was going to I against Buffalo, there became a moment where it was like, dang, like Josh Allen is just like he's in his head. Like obviously people did the Manning Brady thing. And I don't even think it's
How
like
do you feel about that? I think it's spot on.
I don't think so.
Why not? Because I saw one of them made like a Phillip Rivers comparison.
Manning, I think it's disrespectful to Manning.
Okay, but you got to look at it from the standpoint of...
I get it. One guy wins, the other guy doesn't. I get it.
Right. So until Manning won, that was the narrative. So with
I
Josh,
know,
that is
but
the narrative until he wins one.
I know, but Manning... I hate that you're making
You're
me...
at
I hate
Manning
that you're
now.
making me
You're
defend
looking at-
Manning.
You're looking at Manning.
No, but Manning
You are.
then. I hate that you're making me defend Manning. But Peyton Manning was... The Colts didn't lose because of Peyton Manning. You get what I'm saying? Like, they didn't lose because of him. Manning in those games was as good, and sometimes his stats were better than Brady's. So it wasn't because of him. It wasn't like, oh, he did a stupid thing again. And that's why, to me, it's like, I don't know, Manning was different. Manning was like... The Phillip Rivers is closer because Phillip Rivers did something like, dude, are you stupid? Like, you have the better
Yeah,
team.
but Phillip Rivers didn't meet Brady that much in the playoffs. That's why it's Manning and Brady. Because
Yeah,
these
but
two
then-
have met several
I
times.
get it. No, I get
Well,
it.
I think
I just
Rivers
think
and
it's-
Brady met like twice.
But I
total.
think it's lazy. Manning Brady meant something, dude. Like, that was...
Does this not mean anything in the AFC?
It's not Brady Manning. It's not Brady Manning. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were the Sunday night game every single year for like 15 years.
They market them the same ways in the regular season. Oh, Josh Allen and yes, they do.
No,
Yes, they
it's
do.
not the Sunday night game.
We have the advantage of looking back at those games.
Brady Manning would have been the Sunday night game. Every single week. And these guys play like the CBS game, the afternoon game. It's different. It's different. I get it. They play a lot. One of them wins, the other one doesn't. I get it.
That's what they mean. They're not.
Yeah,
wrong.
for sure. I guess to me in the totality.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We're how many years into their career? I guarantee there will be some when Josh Allen wins at least one or two.
You
When
think
they meet in
do you
regular,
think? You
at
think
some point he will? Yeah.
just law
yeah.
averages?
Yeah.
He's just
Hey, what's a blind squirrel finds a nut eventually, right? I mean, sorry, Josh, but
you play long enough, you're eventually just gonna get one.
the what's that? The clock, like at least once a day, it's right or whatever.
Yeah, even a broken
Yeah.
clock is right twice a day.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just Okay, because I'll tell you this. Even the other QBs in the AFC that are good, quote unquote good,
Yeah.
they're still not viewed as like elite, I guess. So if someone like Tua, for example, like the game manager thing comes into play.
Yeah.
I don't get that vibe with Josh Allen.
No. Josh Allen.
That's
Josh
what I'm
Allen
saying.
is
That's what I'm saying.
amazing.
Like,
yeah.
Josh Allen is a star quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is a star quarterback. They're the two that are like, they're okay with Josh Allen in the playoffs. It's like, oh, you can't always make it happen. But it's like when stuff happens with Tua, you're like, oh, we knew this would happen, right? You know, and you don't expect Tua to be that guy. But with Josh, because he plays at a high level in the regular season, you expect him to be that guy. That's why they're the two that are pitted against him. Because with Phillip Rivers, it's like, dude, Phillip Rivers had some good games, but he would do stuff like in the regular season that was like, oh, there's Phillip again, throwing a pick, you know. And, you know, so. And then Lamar, I think Lamar's like in a lane of his own because I don't think he has like another like he's not like a pocket passer.
Yeah.
So these two, they're like the contemporaries. You know what I mean?
What about Burrow? Is he like Ben Roethlisberger? He's
Kind of.
on the side?
He just needs to stay healthy. He just needs to, you know.
That's. Yeah.
If he was healthy and I think I like Burrow better than Josh Allen.
I think that's.
But he just can't stay healthy.
I think that's the.
If they played more,
that's Brady Manning to me.
If they played more,
for
they
sure.
Don't. So it's
yeah,
like,
if they played more, I think that would be the juicier Brady
also
versus Manning.
Because Josh, they're both mobile, but I was going to say like
who's mobile?
Both Allen and Mahomes are mobile. Like they're somewhat mobile. Burrow not so much. But
yeah, but Mahomes is like
Josh Allen gives me like
Ben Roethlisberger.
But sometimes they'll also like run designated plays for him, and like I don't.
I think
I don't see Pat doing that, even though Pat is mobile.
Yeah, Pat runs to pass.
Like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I just wish if Burrow was healthy, and can we just get 5 years of Burrow, just like 5 healthy straight years of Burrow? Because I think that to me is the better matchup. Mahomes and Burrow. Because Burrow has gone to his house, he's beat him, like. Because Manning beat Brady, right?
Yeah. I think in the playoffs.
Just twice? Really?
I think in the playoffs, isn't Manning up 1 or 2 in the playoffs? Overall, Brady crushes him in regular season too. But I think in the playoffs, when they met, I think Manning was like ahead by like a win or 2.
Really?
I think so. Well, head to head. Because the last time they played was
Denver. 8-2 in the playoffs? Who's up? 8-2. Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah, maybe I'm just thinking of it from the nostalgic that I just felt like.
Also, okay. Even though Josh is a good quarterback, there was a time when Manning and Brady were like the argument for the GOAT debate was them two. Like before Mahomes and before Aaron Rodgers.
I think the reason why
two were like they were like dude, I remember watching like the top 100 NFL list, like the one they do every year, and when Brady was still with the Pats, Mike Evans was like, "I'm a Peyton Manning guy. Peyton Manning is my GOAT."
Well, I remember I think that the reason why I had such a hard time with that when I saw that, like, the new Brady Manning was because there was a time where Manning was considered better than Brady.
Oh, yeah.
There's never been a time where I'm like, Josh Allen is better than Mahomes. Never.
I think that has to do with the fact that Mahomes is already on a path to be in that GOAT debate.
No, I know, but
Josh
Brady had won titles, and people were still like,
"Yeah,
Peyton Manning is still better than Brady." Give Manning Belichick, and he would have the titles too.
Right.
And to me, Josh Allen has never. Maybe some random drunk dude in Buffalo has said it, but nobody who like legit like has like a sober brain has said Josh Allen is better than Mahomes.
Yeah.
But I've heard the like Burrow. Is Burrow better than Mahomes? And obviously, you flirt with it, and he beats you in the playoffs. Obviously, it becomes a little like.
Oh yeah.
And that's probably another reason why I was like, this isn't Manning Brady. Like, Manning Brady was like a legit, like, mano a mano, two baddest dudes. If you chose one, like, it was like legitimate. Like, if somebody, like, other people that are like, oh, Peyton Manning's my guy, it's not like you were like, you're stupid. It was like, well, Peyton Manning's really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense. Like, I get it. But you're leaning Ravens.
Yeah.
Just the X Factory, the defense, Lamar gonna run around, chip on his shoulder. My fear, my reservation for the Chiefs, because it's a Mahomes pick. That's what it is. It's a Mahomes pick. Is, are we gonna get another good Kelsey game? Because Kelsey had a really good 3 quarters against Buffalo, because he kind of was like a disappear. He like disappeared in the 4th quarter, and I wonder if he can still give full games. And that's my reservation about Kelsey. Is Kelsey able to give another awesome game? Because they need Kelsey to win. But obviously I'm assuming he will be good enough to beat the Ravens. But I wouldn't in the slightest be surprised if the Ravens win. Because this offense is, for the Chiefs, is like the worst I've seen in the Mahomes era.
Their defense was getting pushed around a little bit too with the Bills' run game.
They were.
So,
James Cook, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm hoping that Lamar, with his speed, can just get him out of their comfort zone.
What it's going to come down to keeping Mahomes off the field. Can you run enough to keep Mahomes off the field? And if he has 7 drives in a game, can you give him 7? 5, I mean. And that's what it's going to come down to. Can you control the ball? Can you run on the Chiefs and get enough first downs and then get touchdowns? Because that's the key. The key is to keep Mahomes off the field. Because if it becomes a shootout, you're not winning.
Yeah.
You're not winning. So it has to get ugly. You have to get turnovers, and you have to sack Mahomes. And it's like hard to sack Mahomes because he's like elusive. He has that like stupid Russell Wilson thing where he runs around. You think you got him, and you don't. And I have a question. Why? Because you play football.
Yeah.
Why don't guys, like when the quarterback scrambles, how come everybody just doesn't stop what they're doing and run to the quarterback?
Okay, well, because, that extends the play, right? So, I think I forgot who it was.
I'm so confused by that.
I think it was, it might have been Kelsey on his pod, or someone with the Chiefs was saying that, because who was the offensive coordinator they had before the Chiefs? They had one a few years ago.
What's his name? He's in the Commanders now.
Bieniemy, something like that?
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy.
Okay, yeah. So the thing about Pat is the improvisational factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always necessarily like what they draw up for him.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny, you see this in like college and high school a lot with these little mobile QB. Think Johnny Manziel.
Right.
Like, sure, you drop a play, but then they got to have that X factor to extend things. And it doesn't always work out for those guys.
Mm-hmm.
But Pat is unique because he's like Rodgers. He can do that, but he's also very smart.
Yeah.
He can be a pocket passer.
Right. He wants to be.
Yeah. So when you do that first and you excel at it, and then you actually start reading defenses, and then you add the elusive factor, that's how guys get open. Because if you extend the play, guys on defense got to make a decision. They got to think, crap, all right, well, he's out of the pocket now. He's moving around. Do I leave my guy behind and try to see if he's going to run for it? And then if you make a decision and it's wrong, your guy gets some separation and boom, pass is open. That's why those sneaky QBs excel.
No, but I mean, like Lamar. Lamar runs.
Right.
And he's running. And you see the replay, and it's like everybody's like still with their backs to him. And I'm like, why don't you just abandon your assignment? Because if you're a DB, if you're a linebacker and you're defending the pass, you're running with your head back because you're playing the ball. And as soon as you see the guy running, why it's like, oh, well, beeline to Lamar. I don't get it. I'm like, why are you still like running with the wide receiver? Lamar's running
because you might not have an idea of where like the line of scrimmage is, so they might still be able to get a pass off. A guy asked me this about defensive backs. He was and it's funny when I was hearing him ask it, and this was like an older gentleman. He wasn't a football guy. He's like, I watch more basketball than football, but he was like, if you're playing corner, he's like, why can't you make a play like this? And it's like, well, like you have to do so much. You have to keep your eye on your guy, and then the QB, his eyes, or pump fakes. So many things are going on at once. So that's why playing defense is so hard, especially for those guys. So it's like, what if you abandon your guy and you're thinking like, and you got to be sure. You got to be sure that he's past line of scrimmage to make a pass. Because the refs will see that. If you're off by a little bit and it's like, oh, he was still behind the line, so he could have made a pass. And it's like, you dropped your guy, and like I said, then he gets separation and he makes the pass. Like, you have to know. And so, obviously, when we're watching this, it's like...
Yeah.
But they have to make those decisions, like...
Immediately.
Less than a dime. And they got to know where they're at situated. It's like when, That's like when linemen go upfield and, like, their QB might have passed it, and it's like, crap, did the lineman get past line of scrimmage and he made a pass? And it's like, as a lineman, you got to block for your QB. Yeah. And then you might think he got the pass out, so you're going to make a block downfield. But what if he held on to it last minute and now you're downfield? Or, like, he does make a pass and you're like, crap, I was downfield. You know? Yeah. So you got to keep your head on a swivel. And it's not always easy to keep track of some of those things. Because you're, like, it's live, right? Like, football, there's the time in between the plays, and then there's those 3 or 4 seconds that happen really fast during the play. And so for defenders, I mean, that's why all the mobile guys, like they keep people like on ice skates, because it's like, crap, do I leave my guy? What if I do? And then I get burned, right? And then and the NFL, it's like, dude, you will get ripped apart in those meetings. Like, if you're, obviously we see them as like highlights, but then it's like, since they work there, it's like, you got to answer for that,
right?
And you hear all these stories of like Julian Edelman was on the New Heights pod, and remember when the Pats threw that lateral against the Raiders, and it just so Julian was at the game watching, and so they asked him, "Hey, what does Bill do like when those kind of things happen during games?" And he was like, "With the team, he's not too harsh." He said, Bill tears you down when you do well. When you blow out a team, he keeps you in check, and he's like, oh, we got to get better. When those terrible catastrophes happen, he says the coaches get ripped apart, like in their meetings, like those guys. So it's like, I can imagine if you're a player, especially for an organization like that, it's like, dude, like that's like you, it's your livelihood. So that's why you got to be sure. And like, if you start committing to a pump fake, or Mahomes is looking over here, but then he throws it that way, no look, which we all love that highlight reel. Always throwing it over there, but they gotta. It's situational football, and they gotta know, and they have to be sure. And if you're not sure,
you're screwed.
You're screwed. Yeah. I mean, think of like the. Remember, Rodgers had those like Hail Marys. Like those guys, like they're just. they're in the end zone and they're just that's not like a drawn up play. I mean, they obviously they still like go deep, but it's like once he gets out of the pocket and he's running around, like you're like crap. He just has to drop this one pass. And that's it, And but yeah, defense is hard, man. Especially like corners. Corners are like, I think some would say that's the hardest position in football. That one or like QB, because it's just a lot of it is
everything
instinct,
that goes into it.
And some of that stuff you can't teach. That's why guys like Dion or Darrelle Revis, it's like the supernatural to have that kind of reaction time and your instincts. So, but yeah.
So you have a Lions-Ravens Super Bowl?
Lions-Ravens is what I'm.
What a snoozer!
For you, man. Hey, if those guys play, either way I win, man. You know what I mean?
I saw somebody saying like that's the Super Bowl America wants to see. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's going to be one of the lowest watched Super Bowls.
I think you're underestimating how much people hate the Niners, bro, and how much people hate Mahomes and the Chiefs. Oh yeah. No one's upset if the Lions make the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl.
No one's watching it either.
Yeah, but they're happy for him. They're genuinely happy for him. Because it's the Lions. See,
because this is like. I see this with the Lakers when people are like, "Oh man, I hope anybody with the Lakers win," and then like the NBA had like Spurs Nets, and it was like nobody watched that finals except for you. Come on.
See, but I bet people are at home not watching the game, thinking, "I'm glad the Lakers didn't make it." That's
I know, but that's a loss for the NFL. The NFL loses.
They still make millions.
I have Niners.
Yeah, Niners, Chiefs. Dang.
I want to say Ravens.
Neither of us are going NFL scripts like Niners, Ravens.
I find myself just like I found myself last week. My heart is saying Ravens because I think the Ravens have a better team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make the plays and they win and the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just got to see this guy lose. If it was Burrow, it'd be different because I seen Burrow beat Mahomes. But it's one of those like, I got to see him get beat. Until I see him get beat.
You're not betting against him until you see him get beat.
Well, because it's just.
Or by someone that's not.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it just like. Yeah. This happened with the Spurs for a while, like in basketball. Where every year they were just like cranking them out. Who's gonna win this? And after a while, I was like, "Why the Spurs until they don't win it?" Because that's just, I mean, you can pick against them, but they're somehow, with their style going to get there. And then when somebody finally beat them, we're like, "Oh, I guess you could beat them." But then they revamped. They got, and then it became like, okay, see, you need a young, athletic, like the whole thing. Harbaugh, Chargers.
Yeah.
Good for the Chargers.
Good for them. I still don't like the Chargers, but I mean,
good for. Hopefully, they can take back.
Yeah. Hopefully, Vrabel goes to the Seahawks.
I'm not really worried about Vrabel going to the Seahawks.
You're what?
I'm not really worried about that.
You tweeted about it. Shut up. See what it is.
Vrabel?
Yeah.
I know, but as I think about it, it's like, he's not going to get the control he wants.
He might get more control than Tennessee.
He's not going to get more control than Pete Carroll. And Pete Carroll won a lot there. So... But Harbaugh would have been a nightmare. So I'm glad
that would have been great.
I'm glad he's at the Chargers.
Dude.
I'm glad. Belichick, where do you think he ends up?
It'd be pretty funny if it was the Falcons, no? Like 23.
Wouldn't it be weird? Like both Brady and Belichick end up on two NFC South
teams. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Is he interviewing with anybody else? I haven't seen if he's.
I've only heard that one.
Yeah.
What do you think of Did you see Purdy's press conference last week?
No. What did he say?
He said how heading into the season, training camp, Kyle Shanahan told him he was going to be the guy, he was going to be the starter, unless the Niners were able to get Brady. That they were trying to get Brady out of retirement for this season.
Oh.
And if they were going to bring in Brady, he was going to be the backup. And Purdy was like, well, I mean, it's Brady. But that he was disappointed because he felt like he did enough to get the job. And I was like, dang, they tried to get Brady.
Too little, too late for those guys.
Can you imagine Brady on this team?
Dude. Cheat code, man.
Would you feel the same about the Niners if Brady was on this team? Or would that neutralize it?
Gosh.
Like, pretend with me we're in a different time zone. We're in a different timeline.
Dude, it'd definitely be bittersweet.
And Brady is about to play the NFC Championship game with the Niners.
Because I know, like, he grew up in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So
Grew up a Niner fan.
Dude, so for him, that would be like...
His parents were...
Like he wanted to go there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Early on when he was drafted. And then when he was a free agent, yet again, he was like...
I don't think... Because he said that he was never really moving west because his kids were still in school, so he wanted to stay in the East Coast. So that's why he chose Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but there was that quote when he was like, "You're choosing that guy over me," and like it ended up being
No,
Jimmy G, right?
no, it ended up being the Raiders. It was Derek Carr.
No, it was Jimmy G, wasn't it?
No, it was Derek Carr. It was Derek Carr. Because it was pretty much done that he was going to the Raiders, and at the last moment they're like, "You're picking that guy over me?" Yeah.
He did a Jimmy.
Dang.
So would it be like? Would it neutralize it?
Dude, I would be like at war with myself. Like, because I love Brady, but it's just like.
You'd be like Smeagol, huh?
Dude. Dude. You still play possum. Dude, I like that Brady went to the Bucks because the Bucks are one of those franchises that just don't have a lot of history. They have some, but not.
Yeah.
So that was nice of him, to pick someone. But like, I feel the same way if he were to have gone to like, say, like the Steelers, for example, where it's like, oh, those guys have 6 already. Like, why are you going there? Like, so the Niners would be like, oh, dude, they've got 5. They've got to get to, like, why? I liked that he went to the Bucks because like he brought them up, and everyone.
Well, they already had a Super Bowl.
I know, but just one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a difference,
Imagine had he gone to the Cowboys.
Dude, oh.
And won a Super Bowl with the Cowboys.
Yeah, for me, it'd have to be like for me, the bottom feeder teams make it better if he were to gone there. 'Cause it's like
he would have
it would have been a testament to how great he is bringing those teams up.
Because he became beloved. Tampa Bay. He would have been the most hated guy ever. He goes to the Cowboys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, same treatment if it was with the Niners. I'd be like, oh.
No, but by you. But universally, it wouldn't be like, oh, he's the most hated guy ever. He's played for the Niners.
Yeah.
So, final thing. I'm saying...
That'd be tough. That'd be... dude.
I'd be
dude, it would be like... Gosh, dude, I don't even know how to answer that, dude. That would be... Yeah, like you said, like Smeagol, Gollum. I'd be talking to myself in 2 different voices. Like one side is like, yes, he's gonna win, and it's like,
Master's gonna get his 8th ring. He's really happy.
Yeah, dude, Master's gonna get his 8th. But oh man, that's. I guess we'll never know.
We'll never know. Final thoughts.
This is fun, dude. In person is definitely like
It's different.
yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, shouts out to us twice in a day
Twice
for
in
the
a day.
because we recorded this morning and then we're recording right now. So,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Nothing else.
Yeah. In-person pods are better.
Yeah.
Hands down. And yeah, that's it. I have nothing else. I'm excited for Championship Sunday. And I hope I'm happy. That's it. I hope the Niners are in the Super Bowl.
I will be here after Championship Sunday. I will.
Will you really? What time are you leaving?
Okay. Because one of us is gonna have a hard time on Saturday night. So
Shut up! You're not gonna have a hard time. If the Niners win, you're gonna be
no,
like, okay, whatever.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like
Hard time. Get out of here.
That's what I'm saying. One of us will definitely be happier than the other on Sunday.
Yeah,
night.
but if the Niners make the Super Bowl, you would just be like, here we go, Ravens, or here we go, Chiefs.
I know, but still, okay. The sadness I feel is real, German. Come on, like, it's just,
Come on. Get out of here. You're going to compare it to how I'm going to feel if the Niners lose?
dude. Because think about it. I'm also like I'm genuinely happy for the Lions. So if the Lions were to lose, I'd be like, damn, and then to the Niners, like if the Packers had beaten the Niners, I would have been stoked because the Niners lost, not because the Packers won. I'd be like, okay, now the Packers got to lose to the Lions. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I see.
There's a double whammy with this game because I really like the Lions.
Well, what time are you leaving Sunday?
Dude, I'm leaving Monday morning. That's what I'm saying. So I'm hoping to be here to get an Uber on Monday morning.
Done.
That's what I'm saying. After the games, I'll be like, hey, Jerm, can I come over? Whether the Niners won or not. Or like, so that's what I'm saying. One of us will be really upset. Or,
So Sunday night, in person, because I was going to record.
That's good. Even better.
I was going to record a
Even
pod
better.
on Sunday, no matter what.
Dude.
No matter what, I was going to record it. I was either going to be really happy, and it was going to be 45 minutes of me just like,
yeah, because I'm watching the games at my buddy's like little bachelor.
Oh, right.
And he lives in a.
Shout out to that guy. He followed us today.
Yeah,
on
he did,
Instagram.
yeah. Shout out to Jacob Gamboa.
Yeah.
Gamboa. But we're getting together in Whittier, I think. So we're watching the game. We're barbecuing carne asada. Some cold ones for the boys.
So Sunday night,
So saying, I'm
Arizona
knocked.
podcast in the
Second
flesh.
live edition with the boys.
Oh my god,
Dude, okay. Can we? All right. Those are my final thoughts.
God. Okay, I feel even less confident about the game now. Now I'm nervous because the pressure,
All right.
pressure,
Dude,
is gonna be
we
at an
might
all-time
record,
high.
like, freshly pissed or excited, like.
Oh my god! All right, Sunday night in the flesh after Championship Sunday. I'll talk to you soon. Then I'll see you in a few days.
Yeah.
Go Niners. That was the pod. Thank you to David for being here. He's going to be on my couch. Thank you to Angel for the music. And I'll talk to you on Sunday with David. Maybe Aaron. Maybe Kodo. Who knows? Sunday's either going to be one of the best days of my life because I'm going to be able to gloat in the flesh. Or this might be the last episode of the Arizona podcast. I might never record a podcast ever again. So we'll see. But hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, say a prayer for the Niners, Brock Purdy. Hopefully you listen to the pods. You can listen to us anywhere you get your pods. Rate, review, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. It was a podcast. And I'll talk to you guys Sunday. Let's go 49ers.